Let us continue with our lesson. So I hope you guys have already created the request and response, and if you haven't, so let's go and get started. So for the login, we'll just create a new data class over here, and I will just say as, let's say as login request login request, and this should be of our data class, and we have to pass a parameter over here. And if you go back over to our Postman test, if we check for a login, the body that we are passing is the email and a password. So we just have a two field to pass as a body. So let's go and create that two field. So I will make use of or we can just copy from our request. So we don't have to just create everything from scratch. So just copy and paste it over here, and that should be same. So we just have a name and email. So this is a name and email that we are passing as a login request, and we have to create the same data class. Or let's go back to over here and let's log in and see what's the response that we are getting from our server. So this is the response that we are getting from a server. So what we will do is we will just copy this response, and we'll go back to our Android Studio and let's create a new Kotlin data class from the JSON, and let's say as log and login respo, and let's see, right, and advanced, that's val annotation JSON. Okay, so that should be fine. Just generate it and login response. So we have successfully created a data class. That's easy enough, and everything looks fine, and that should be okay. So we have created a two data class, which is login request and a login response. So over here we have to pass a body, so this should be of our body, and a body of login request. So sorry, and login request, and the response is, let's get a response of login response. So we are getting a response. That's we are returning a response from this function login, and we are passing the parameter of our login request. And that's it. So we have already created two endpoint, which is the network service for a register and login. So next step would be to make use of this one. And I think before we continue, let's create a new package over here, and let's call it as auth. And let's create another one too for our to do, and I will just move this inside the auth. So the request for auth and auth for login and register, and we'll do the same thing for this one too. So that's of response. So let's create for auth, and another one, let's do it for the to do, and let's move this to inside the auth. Just move it. So yeah, that's all for this lesson. We'll continue with our lesson on the next video. Till then, have a great day.